What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of JBTV. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, we're still plugging away here, guys. Another great how-to tutorial video in Adobe Illustrator. You guys are gonna love this one. I know I say that about every single one, but you really are. You got to try this one out. Yes, we are. Ooh, can you see that? We are making dancing Donald, okay? Whether you love him or hate him, whether you think this is fake news or not, I'm going to show you guys how to animate this in Adobe Illustrator and using the app. Check it out, a GIF maker. That's it. Thank you, guys. Hope you like this video. Yep, whether you love him or hate him, the Donald is always doing something crazy. So today we are going to make him do a little bit of a crazy dance, and we're going to use Illustrator. I think a lot of people might look at this and say, well, that was done in an animation program, that was done in Photoshop with some type of warp bending or something like that. But actually this can be done so easily in Illustrator, you guys. And the benefits, again, there's some amazing things I have to show you. So let's get right to it. Here we go. So let's just minimize Dancing Donald. And we're just going to minimize this. And we're going to go to Illustrator. All right, guys, the first thing you want to do is you want to match up either to your social media, your device. So whatever the media you're going to be presenting this on, you want to think about. So we're going to start with an iPhone background. That's the goal today. So to create this cute little GIF for an iPhone background or your phone, any phone's background, okay? So if you go to create new, what I love, again, I want to emphasize is you have lots of options at the top here, guys. Mobile, web, print. Today I'm going to look at mobile. Okay, so within Illustrator it comes with a bunch of preset Apple Watch, Google Pixel, so a lot of nice options for you guys. So I'm going to make for my phone, I have an iPhone 7 and looks like we've got pixel dimensions right here. So let's go ahead and double click that. All right, so we've got our canvas started. How do you get Donald Trump on there? Do you have to make a cartoon of him? No, it's actually been supplied. So I want to give a big shout out here. Just going to switch over to Firefox. And I want to give a big shout out to Friendly Stock for supplying these free vector images, vector artwork. You guys, this is pretty awesome. Not saying that the Donald is awesome. I'm just saying that anytime you can get supplied vector artwork, it's really an asset in whatever you need to do for a final output project. So today's final output is we're actually making a GIF. So don't go on the website and drag the images off. So don't do that, okay? You don't want to do that. You actually want to, by the way, they try to get you to go into this. Don't go to that. Don't use that. They're going to trick you to try to use Messenger or something. So all you need to do, guys, this is really nice. You're going to go to download all. Okay, so you're going to click that. It's going to download to your download folder or where you want it to go. You can preview. You can download individual ones. Oh boy. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to take a look at some of these awesome vectors. Also wanted to take a look at freepik.com. You guys, there is a ton of vector images or vector artwork at freepik.com. Okay, it's my favorite vector asset site for just grabbing whatever you need for whatever application. So if we wanted to put a mask on Donald Trump, we could do that here, but we're not. We're just going to get through this tutorial pretty quick today. Okay, here we go. So I've downloaded, hopefully you've downloaded your vector artwork. I've got a folder here where I'm saving my stuff. And there is 2 parts to this lesson. We will be using our phones for the second part. And if you don't have a device, you can still have fun with this. Okay, so what happens is I've downloaded the entire set of Trump cartoons. So you're going to see a set of this happen. I'm going to explain what these are. So the people at Friendly Vector there, they've done a really nice job of organizing these for every type of device you want to use. Now for us, EPS, which means encapsulated postscript. Now this is a vector friendly file. We love EPSs, right? EPSs work in Illustrator. JPEGs are good, but they're pixel based, so you're limited to what you can do. Maybe you can work in Photoshop with those, but they're not for what we need them for. PDF is also, by the way, a vector-based file, so you could technically use PDFs. PNGs they are pixel-based. Now, the main, I guess, importance of a PNG is if you want to knock out a background of a JPEG or you put a piece of clip art and you want to knock out the background, PNG are the files to create, okay? But all we need to access today is the EPS files. So I believe we're going to take this file here and I'm going to take Donald Trump talking to Putin and we're going to edit him, okay? There we go. So how do you know if this is vector? Again, one of my favorite things, you guys, view outline or Command Y, Control Y. Yes, this is vector based. And look at what you're not going to get out of a JPEG or a pixel based image is you're not going to see these parts, these hidden elements. So this is great. These guys have done an awesome job. And we're going to dissect this a little bit. Okay, let's zoom out. Command Y, Control Y, or View Outline. Okay, so you have all these images here. Let's copy, or let's select all. Okay, or you can go to Edit, Copy, Edit, Cut to make sure you've grabbed everything. And then I'm going to jump to my document that I've previously created with the iPhone aspect ratio. And there you go. So let's modify. This is all in one layer now, but I'm going to show you guys how to edit this vector to get rid of Putin and the table and all that other stuff. Okay guys, I grabbed the wrong EPS. So you want to grab number 4. I mean, you could try this with any of them, but I think this is probably the easiest one to start with. So we'll start with that, and I'll let you guys have some fun with this. Okay, so anyways, guys, let's do that again. Let's select all and Command X. I'm actually going to close these up right now just to clean up my workspace, and you can put those guys aside or delete and paste. Okay, so once you have Donald come in, what we're going to do is we're going to size him up. Now, reminder again, you guys, to make sure you go to Preferences, General. If you've moved to a different computer, it's really important that these 2 are checked, Scale Corners and Scale Stroke Effects. Yeah, make sure those are always check marked. Okay, so Donald's a bit bigger. We've got one artboard. We've got the right size. Next thing we're going to do is look for our Puppet Warp tool. Puppet Warp is awesome. It was introduced a couple years ago in Illustrator. As far as print media goes, it doesn't really have a whole lot of applications, but for making your logos, creating a motion graphic logo, I could see this being used really nicely to give it a little blip or a little bit of movement. So we'll talk about that in another video, but we're going to have a little bit of fun with the Puppet Warp tool today. So let's check it out. So if you are working in Illustrator, also a reminder to make sure that you reset your workspace to Essentials. Okay, so we're all looking at the same thing. If you're using an older version or a newer version, it might look a little bit different. That's okay, you'll figure it out. Okay, here we go. So I am going to access the Puppet Warp tool. So let's look over on the sidebar. And I don't see it. So if you guys don't see the Puppet Warp tool, where the heck is it? All right, I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you how to get the Puppet Warp tool. So you're going to go down to the bottom of your toolbar here. This is a little preference editor inside your toolbar. So let's click on that. Okay, so what you see here now, you guys, is a bunch of extra options for adding or taking things away. So if you want to add any hidden tools, and there's so many tools, right guys? So you can experiment with this. But I just want Puppet Warp, so I'm going to just zoom in for you guys here. I'm going to take Puppet Warp, I'm going to drag that in. Okay, looks like a little thumbtack pin. And yeah, it's cool, guys. You guys check this out. It's so easy, it's fun. Let's get out of that. All right, now I see my Puppet Warp tool. So first thing you want to do is select all your artwork, and then you're going to activate your Puppet Warp tool. So just click. There we go. And what we're going to do is, you guys can already see that there's some editable nodes, or whatever you want to call these. So we're going to add some parts here. Okay, so maybe we'll give him a knee. So think about these nodes as joints. So wherever you create a node, you can create extra movement. So I'll put one there, and I think you can even move. You can move these. Okay, and I'm also going to put one in his hair. He's got that crazy hair. Okay. All right, cool. So next step, you guys, is duplicate your artboard. So we've created our basic, I guess, movement elements, animation elements. And now we're going to duplicate the artboard 3 times. So go to the artboard tool right here, and you're going to hold Option Shift or Alt Shift on a PC. Whoa, that didn't work. Sorry guys, let's try that again. So select your artboard, hold Option Shift, and why aren't you working? Okay, there we go. So let me just repeat that. So you got to start dragging first, and then hold Option Shift. So yeah, even I forget sometimes. And let's zoom out a little bit. We'll go away. All right. And we're going to do that one more time. Okay? So start dragging, hold Option Shift. Shift constrains proportions. And we're good to go. Okay, before I'm going to forget this next step. So I'm sure it's going to build this for Instagram as well, but I'll talk about that. If I forget, no big deal. We'll add it on at the end. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the Puppet Warp tool, and in the second frame, make sure it's, sorry guys, make sure it's selected first. I'll zoom in a bit. I can see all 3. Let's go back to the Puppet Warp tool while it's selected, and we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. And that's all we're going to do to that frame. So just really simple. Okay, next step. I'm going to select trump number 3. And we go back to the puppet work tool. And I'm going to try and go the other way. So I might just try that. See how that works. So here I'm just going to make his hair do something here and here, just to kind of bend that a little bit. And I'm not going to do anything to his legs because I'll let that foot kind of kick in and out. Let the arm hopefully do the worm here. Let's go like this. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what that does. I'll bring that elbow just a bit here, just to add a little bit. Okay, guys, that is it. We are pretty much done. Okay. So that's how neat that works. Now, I'm going to show you how to export, and I'm also going to create an Instagram size as well. So when you're creating for Instagram or you're doing for a different social media post, every aspect is different, every device size is different. So you need to know that for your spacing or for your sizing and output. So let's look at these artboards, and we're also going to go and look at what the sequence is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's important because when we start to duplicate these, so I'm going to duplicate this down, and that's called artboard 4. Okay, now with artboard 4, I'm going to adjust the artboard size so that it is square. Okay, I don't know the exact pixel dimensions offhand for let's see, Instagram square post media, but let's just do 1,000 by 1,000. Okay, and we're going to put Donald there. And I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. Again, this is just kind of a bonus if you're creating for 2 separate outputs. Okay, now I'm going to take Donald from here. And you can get him in the right position. I won't go into all that and how you can do that. You can do it pretty easily. But we'll just put him in the same area in the frame. Don't want to overload this tutorial with too much information because we've got more to come. So in the general space, you're good. Okay, so let's get ready to export in the next section. Guys, this next part is pretty simple. We're going to export these frames. So let's go to File. Oh, also make sure that you know what your artboards are. Again, this is a reminder: artboard 1, artboard 2, artboard 3. Let's just focus on those 3 for now. Yeah. Okay, so File, Export As. I'll get into export for screens later, but let's go to Export As. Okay, we're going to call this Dancing Donald Puppet Warp. Okay, yeah, you could make them PNGs. I'm going to make them JPEGs for now. So let's go to JPEG and make sure Use Artboards is selected. Okay, so you're going to go to Range, Use Artboards, and I want to go range 1-3. You could also do 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so same thing works if you want to print pages to a to a printer. You want to just print certain pages, put a comma in between, and that's a way to separate. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to export those to our folder that I've made here. And next step this is important as well. I'm going to keep it 72 DPI just because we're making a mobile friendly version. You can increase that if you want, but I don't think we have to for this. And RGB is important. If you don't select RGB for a device, it might give you problems. So if you select CMYK, this might not work. So please select RGB. I always like to max this out. ICC profiles, you know, I don't know. I don't think you have to select that. For devices, again, for mobile, web, it's not a deal breaker. Okay, there you go. So let's take a preview of those files and what they look like. So if I go to my folder, I'm going to see 1, 2, 3. Okay. So next step, you guys, is if you're on a Mac, okay, and if you have your device turned on, you can share this to your device. Now, if you have an Android or if you don't have this for this next section, that's okay. You can just create the separate parts. You can still upload those to a website and test it out there. But I'm just going to show you the way to do it for your phone today. Okay, so you're going to, if you're on a Mac, you're going to right click or control click, and you're going to share to AirDrop. Okay, so I'm actually going to share those images. Make sure your phone's turned on or it won't show up. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's me. All right, so select that. And now that is on my phone. Okay, guys, so next section, we're going to download an app, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Hopefully preview here, or I'll use my camera to show you guys that. All right, guys, you can see here I have downloaded an app called GIF Maker. I downloaded a couple other ones, but they only let you do GIFs out of videos. So this is nice because it lets you select individual photos. So anyways, you're going to go into GIF Maker. And let me just go back a couple steps. Okay, you're going to go to GIF Maker. You're going to tap on Photos to GIF. And I've already pre-made these, so I'm going to select 1, 2, 3. Those are the ones that I exported to my iPhone here. And you're going to hit done. And that's it, guys. Like, this is cool. Now, I'm not going to go into all the other settings, like maybe you're able to add music or little stickers or buttons and all that. I'll let you guys figure that one out. But, ooh. Oh, also, by the way, you're going to notice this, the little watermark at the bottom right is going to stay there until you actually purchase this app. But I think for just fun stuff like this, this is fine. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go save, and I'm going to click on GIF. Okay, I'm going to click on the convert to GIF, and that's going to put a GIF in your iPhone or your phone or your device's folder, and you'll be able to check it out. And that's it. Okay, so we're going to stop